Fireplace Show. Today we're in Barneveld, New York, going to a place called the Lifted Cup Cafe. Now this is a neat little place inside, home cooked food. Melanie and Tim are the owners, and I can't wait to go inside and check it out. So, I can already smell the goodness. Why don't we go inside? Come on guys, follow me in. We're at the Lifted Cup Cafe. I'm with Melanie and Tim today. How you guys doing?
Good, Bill.
It's good to be here. Good to see you guys. First thing when I walked in, I gotta say the place kind of reminded me of a little house. Very comforting, and I got to see a lot of people, but the food blew my mind. When I went to the back and kind of checked out some of the food you guys are making, looks amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the place and how you guys came up with the concept for this spot.
Well, the concept, back this past winter, we were snowmobiling with the owner of the building, and I was in HR world doing HR work and just not liking what I was doing. And so jokingly she said, you should open up a cafe, and this was a break room for mechanics.
Okay.
And so she said, you should open up a cafe in Mark's little break room. And I said, oh, we both laughed about it. Well, 2 weeks later, it came to tuition. I went down and said, hey brother, I'd like to open up a cafe in your break room.
Wow.
And he said, I've been praying for you to show up for the last 3 years, open up a cafe in my break room. And so
that quick turnaround. 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
2 weeks was the initial go ahead and do it.
Yep.
And then 30 days it was open.
This was like a little more than 30 days. So March 13th, we opened May 1st. So
okay.
Yeah, it was like a month and a half to get it ready.
Wow.
And it wasn't like this at all. There was a different kind of ceiling. It was white walls. There was no wood like this.
Okay.
So all we did was just resurrect it and clean it up and make it look like a cafe. Poked a hole in the wall, built the kitchen.
Put equipment in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, and put a hood and turn it into a usable space, and 30 days about, here you go.
We talked about what it would be like to own a little spot here in Barneveld for our whole marriage, basically. We just celebrated 23 years, and he was in the military for 20 years, and he was a chef, started as a chef, and we always talked about what it'd be like to have a tiny little spot. Mm-hmm. But then we'd always end the conversation with, oh, but it's so much hard work. So
right.
And but yeah, after he retired, and 5 years of going from different HR job to different job, and we're just like, that's it. Let's go talk to Mark.
Barneveld needed something, and it wasn't just as soon as the bowling alley closed next door, that was the place to go. I knew it was time. The timing was let's give Barneveld someplace to eat again.
Everybody says, we're so glad you're here. It's about time something was here. There's nothing left here.
Right.
And we didn't want to make it our cafe. We wanted to make it all of our cafe.
Right.
So when you walk in here, that feeling you felt, there's a reason for that.
Yes.
We want them to feel like they're eating in our kitchen. We want them to feel like they just left our house.
Exactly. So let's talk a little bit about the menu now. You got quite a selection, breakfast, obviously lunch. So talk a little bit about some of the stuff on the menu that people like here.
So we do 2 meals a day. We serve breakfast from 6:30 to 10:30. Because the kitchen's so small, I can't do both at the same time.
Right.
So the stove becomes a counter at lunch. So there's a shelf that goes over that, and it switches over to lunch. In the military, I'll give you a quick rundown. When you're on a submarine and you're out to sea, everybody's eating. But when you're in port, you have the option to eat on board or go home and eat. So it's like a floating business building.
Right.
Every time I made sausage gravy, everybody came on board. No matter if we were home or at sea. So that was what my big thing was. People loved my sausage gravy, and so that's on our menu. People love it. We got some people eating it here today. As far as the lunch menu goes, we wanted, when you come to Barneveld, or if you're from this area, you can stop at a gas station. You can get yourself a sub, or but what can't you get? You can't get a fresh, wonderful, juicy hamburger. You can't get a green salad full of fresh vegetables. That's So we wanted to make sure that we offered things that you couldn't get at your local gas station.
And we still have a pretty fast turnaround, so we don't wait too long.
15 minutes per person, per table, getting the food out the window.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And the place sits 30, and we can feed 30 in under 30 minutes.
Right. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait. We've talked about some really good food here. I've seen some of the stuff come out. I think it's time to hit the kitchen and see what you guys are going to put together for us. Looking forward to a fun day. Thanks, Mel. Thanks, Tim. explain to us why you came up with the name, the Lifted Cup Cafe. So what's the name, the originating behind this?
Well, we were trying out a whole bunch of different names and nothing really, and we wanted something unique, and trying to like form the business, you had to try and find a name that hadn't been taken before. So I was trying out all different like cup, bowl, plate, spoon, like you guys are the Empire plate, I try like the Joyful plate. And then, as I said, was going through all these different combinations, I remembered a sermon that I had heard from Psalms 116, 12 verses 12 and 13, and about lifting your cup and asking God to fill it, and it just, it fit, and it also, the lifted cup is also a cheers, you know, a sign of a good meal and you know, celebration. So I felt like it was very fitting, you know, for a cafe and for people who are just had a good meal, you know. So, but the name has deep significance to us, that, you know, just that we were totally flipping the script on our life and needing to trust the Lord to help us through, and you know that this is such hard work, and you come here and just being filled with the joy of the Lord to spill out into others in the community.
I like it. Very cool. Lifted Cup Cafe. That's where the name came from. Thank you. Okay, so I'm with Tim. Tim, they made us a feast here. Look at the stuff you guys made for us. So, can you explain to me what we got on the table today?
Well, starting over here, we have deep dish French toast. It's our twist on when you don't have a lot of griddle space, you don't want to use up pancakes, come up with something else.
Okay.
Here's deep dish French toast.
Okay.
That's a peach blueberry infused. Right next to you got a what the hey bagel sandwich, which is basically you take an omelet, you put it in a bagel, we call it a bagelette.
I like it.
Sausage, peppers, and onions. Can't beat it. Okay. Another deep dish regular version that we have all the time. Strawberries and blueberries are all fresh. Whipped cream, local maple syrup, my Greek bagel, an Asiago bagel, cream cheese, and some Greek seasonings and olives. That's our Mac Barney burger in connection with our golf course over here. There used to be a little mini golf course in Barneveld. And that's our version of a Big Mac, but it's a little bit more intense.
Okay.
Honey smoked bacon potato salad made with our local honey guy from Tim. This is our peach Maple it's a harvest salad. Okay. Called or pear. So it's Maple harvest salad with fresh pears and a maple balsamic dressing that we made. Wow. And then you got some sweet nuts on there and some other stuff as well. As you can see, these are our normal size salads. So all the salads on the menu, that's where they come. Okay. And then we have eggs Benedict over corned beef hash with poached eggs, hollandaise, and some home fries that we make every week. Wow. And then obviously our sausage gravy and biscuits. That's a full order. You can get a half size. You get with eggs too if you want. Yeah. That's awesome. This is insane. This is a lot of food. It looks fun. Good. Looks colorful. I can't wait to dive in. All right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna dive right into this. The eggs Benedict. Now this is obviously one of my favorite breakfast things to eat. And it's over the hash. Let's see how good this tastes. Looks phenomenal. Oh, that's really good. Great flavor. I like how the hash is a little crispy. Look at that yolk. Breaking the yolk, get a little bit of everything. Yeah, that's delicious. All right, guys, now I'm gonna try the famous sausage and gravy with biscuits. This is what everybody says you gotta get when you come here. Can you get a side of it, a half order, but you gotta get it. Oh, it's really good. That sauce has got a ton of flavor. The gravy is killer good on the biscuit. I could put this sausage gravy pretty much over everything. Over a burger, over chicken. It's just got a ton of flavor. That's awesome. As you can see, I got a lot to eat here. So, let me get going on this stuff and we'll catch you guys in a few minutes. I'm with Shannon. Shannon, how you doing today?
How are you?
Nice to meet you. So tell us a little bit about the Lifted Cafe. Why do you think people come here? What is it about the place?
everybody knows everybody.
Okay.
Which is nice.
Yep.
Coffee top, food's good. There's a little humor every time you walk in the door.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
For some strange reason, I think she's lying. I think there's a lot of humor that goes on in this place. Okay, I'm with Carrie. Carrie, how you doing today?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great. It looks like you got a heck of a sandwich here on a bagel. So what do we got?
This is heaven on a bagel.
It's heaven on a bagel. Is that the name of it? Or
No,
you just put it
I
together?
just
You just made it.
We're at the lifted cup, so it has to be the heaven on the bagel.
Okay, and what is this?
So this is an Asiago bagel with the Philly omelet, and we
Ooh.
combined it. It's called a bagelet, actually.
Okay.
Something new that they started doing, but this is absolutely amazing.
Well, what do you like to get? What's your favorite thing to get here? What would you say?
I always end up defaulting to the sausage gravy in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
If it's on my omelet or just over biscuits.
Just something about that
There's
sausage
something about
gravy,
this,
right?
almost every time.
Almost every time.
Or I'll get like a burger for breakfast, which
Yeah,
is
well, it's
terrible.
You
know.
burger's great for breakfast.
Yes. So the burger's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
meet
Very
you.
nice to meet
Thank
you.
you.
All right, guys, we just finished up a great show here in Barneveld, New York at the Lifted Cup Cafe. Guys, I want to thank you so much for having us today. This was awesome. What a great experience we had. Not only did they feed us a lot of food, which was amazing, everything made fresh, everything made in-house. They do a great job here, man. This is a hidden gem that's not to be hidden anymore. It's a really cool place. We got to meet a lot of great people here today, and it's just very cozy, very comfy. And you walk in, you may not know them, but when you leave, it's gonna be like family. That's kind of how I got the vibe of this place. So, I'll definitely be back to visit these guys. Unfortunately, I gotta leave for the day. Come down and visit these guys. Make sure you like their Facebook page, Lifted Cup Cafe, Barneveld, New York. Guys, thank you again for a great time.
Thanks, Bill.
So, we will see you guys on the next episode of The Empire Plate. I'm Bill Vinci. You guys have a great day.